All right. Yeah. So I think we should actually drop reminders for some people. Yeah. Good evening for those of us that are already here. Hi, Rita. So let's drop some reminder on Telegram and Discord so that others can join in. While we, um, yeah, wait to get started. Okay. So let's drop those reminders, please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, I think I would love to also see like more participation. I'm not sure if we have a lot of people that have actually joined in on the session just yet. Maka, if you can hear me, maybe we can drop some reminder on the WhatsApp groups, the Telegram groups, as well as the Discord server, right? Uh, I hope this is not too loud. Let me adjust the background music. Okay, yeah. So yes, please let's just drop those reminders so we can have more people join in, and yeah, so they won't miss out on the session. Thank you. Let's give them probably 2 more minutes before we get started. This is going to be a short session. This evening, we are actually going to spend about 10 or 15 minutes, just understanding some of the things we've explained in the previous class. Um, More materials will be shared, more videos recorded, pre-recorded videos will be shared with us on the various channels. At least that should, you know, uh, give us enough reason to, jump in on the, our community on Telegram as well as on Discord. Okay, so if you're not there, do well to, join. Right. If you need help joining the community on Discord, I mean, I think it's pretty simple. You just have to visit topuniverse.org/discord, right? Yeah, let me see if I can put that up on the screen here. Yes. Okay. We're going to have some materials shared there, video materials. So we hope to see you there. Let's have others join in. Let's give them 2 more minutes. Probably we'll kick off once it's 10 minutes past 8. Okay. All right.
Geralt of Rivia, along came this song. They came after me, masterful deceit, broke down my loot and they kicked in my teeth, while the devil's horns minced our tender meat, so cried the
Okay. Yeah, and by the way, if you're just joining us for the first time, you can also drop a message in the chats, right? Let us know where you're joining from, right? In the previous class, I think the templates or the format we used was, I'll give an example. So, hey, hello, everyone. My name is Mav, joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah, so just tell us in the chats. Let's get to know you and know where you're joining us from before the class kicks in. Thank you.
Get lost in the sound, go back to the start. Let's go out of the dark. Get lost in the sound, into the light now. Get lost in the sound.
Okay, so I think we have enough numbers. I can see some messages. All right, joining from Lagos. Hello, Deniye. Hi, Esther, and yes, hello, Joshua and Hassan. Nice to have you guys here. Yes, Oluwafemi. Good evening. All right. Okay, so I think we're good. Hi, I'm Pascal, joining from Lagos. Yeah, hello, Pascal. Madu John Jr. Joining from Abuja, and we have Jacinta joining from Abuja. My first time here. Okay, welcome to this session. Yes, I mean we actually have like a playlist we've put together already on YouTube, so you can of course follow that playlist, subscribe on YouTube, so you can always get notifications from us if we have any new video. We're going to be uploading materials, we're going to be sharing PDFs with you, links with you. So you need to be on the community servers. We have a Telegram group, we also have WhatsApp groups, we have Discord server, so you can join in on any of them, right? So that you can get materials and resources when they are shared. Okay. Let's see. About to get started already. And as I mentioned earlier, this is going to be a short one. So what we've broken these
Welcome to the.
hold on, yeah, what we've done is we've actually broken this session into two. So the first part is going to be here live, which is just about 10 minutes, right? And the other part will be shared with us on the community server and on Telegram. So just to ensure that most of you are able to join in and get those materials, and also get to enjoy the benefit of connecting with others, because if we keep sounding this without giving you a reason to join in, we've discovered that most of you will not, want to join in, right? We're not forcing you to join the servers. We just feel, it's good for you. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, you can also stay on the YouTube channel. You can get some of these materials I will be sharing on YouTube as well. Just that it will be uploaded on the community servers first, right? Before it gets to YouTube. Okay. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, my friends. Let's get started. All right. Let's get started. In the previous class, we covered some of the things that we're going to also, discuss in today's class. We wanted to, give, I would say that onboarding session with a feel of, what you're going to be covering today, right? Yeah, so we're going to be talking about who a product manager is, what actually is a product, some type of product managers, and we'll be discussing product management versus project management. Although I think someone asked this question, and there was a clear answer given during the last class. We're still going to touch on this again today. We're going to be discussing the typical day of a product manager, and we'll be talking about the four major phases of a product lifecycle, which of course we've covered before as well. So let's consider this to be some sort of revision, right? So we can get some of the answers that we need, right? For those of us that have questions. Okay, so we're going to be diving into this. We're going to take this one at a time. We're simply going to skim through most of this. So do well to come back to this material. It's already shared with you. Come back to this YouTube video if you need to rewatch and understand what was covered in today's class. All right, so let's get started. All right, so who is a product manager? Okay, so we've actually said this and answered this a couple of times, but we would of course continue to ask and answer these questions, this type of questions. because it's important to repeat this. A lot of people still confuse product management with project management. So yeah, a product manager is responsible for guiding the development, the launch, and the life cycle of a product, ensuring it meets both customer needs and business objectives. And these product managers act as the control point for these various teams, right? So, for the engineering teams, the design teams, the marketing teams, the sales teams, when there's a request, or I would say requirement, from some of these teams, they usually, get these sorted out from the product manager. Okay. Or the product manager can help, get someone that can resolve some of these issues. Okay. And yeah, so they also ensure that the product is built with the right features. They ensure that the product is launched successfully and effectively, and that the product continues to evolve based on market feedback. So some of the key responsibilities for product managers will be defining the product vision and strategy, um, the market and user research, the collaboration with cross-functional teams. We've mentioned that several times. Product managers get to collaborate with engineering teams, the design teams, and marketing teams. And yeah, so product managers, focus on prioritization and decision making, because you have to prioritize what features or improvements should be worked on, at least for balancing the business objectives, the user needs, and the technical limitations of the team. Product managers will also have to be involved in making tough decisions on what should be included on the product roadmap, and what can be delayed or even discarded if not seen as a requirement from the business. So yes, product managers are responsible for measuring the success and the iteration on the product. Let's talk about what makes product managers unique. Okay, so product managers are often seen as the CEO of the product. In the enterprise space, we call them the product owners, because they own the product success. But of course, unlike the CEO, product managers don't typically have direct authority over the teams they work with. What they simply learn to do is collaborate and influence through good communication and a deep understanding of the customer and the product's value to the business. Okay, so the success would depend on the product manager's ability to align multiple teams and stakeholders towards a shared vision. Okay, so some of the skill set of a product manager. These are our recommendations. Some of the skills we've seen help a lot of product managers scale um, to great heights. Okay, so yes, strategic thinking is one of them. Very important, because this would help product managers set long-term goals and define the product's direction. User empathy, of course, to understand and solve problems effectively for the customers. Product managers need to possess the skill. Okay. Technical understanding. This would help the product manager to work efficiently with engineers and understand the feasibility of the solutions. And the analytical skills, very important to help the product managers make data-driven decisions. Of course, communication and leadership skills to help, the product manager learn and understand how to influence without authority, to help them align teams and present a clear vision to stakeholders. Right. So, please, I want you to remember to go through some of these examples that we've cited here, because it's definitely going to, make you understand some of the things explained. Right. We love to work with scenarios. We love to teach with scenarios, and these are some of the best ways to give you a better insight as to what we are saying when we say product managers, handle market and user research. We're giving a scenario here as a PM at a company developing an e-learning platform for students. You can conduct surveys and interviews to learn that students struggle to stay motivated in self-paced courses. So based on this insights, you can then work with the team to develop a feature that includes social study groups and gamified progress tracking to keep students engaged. So you can look at applications like Duolingo and some of the features that they reading these examples, because they would make you understand the exact thing we're trying to capture here. All right. So yeah, we'll move on to the next. All right. So the next thing we have here, what is a product? So a product is anything that delivers value to the users or customers by solving a problem or fulfilling the customer's need. Okay. Yeah, so in the context of product management, a product can take many forms. So we have the physical items, the software applications, services, or even a combination of both, right? The essential function of a product is to address a specific pain point or desire that customers experience, right? And here are some characteristics of a product. Products will solve the user's problems. By the way, remember I mentioned you can actually look at some of these things. Here is an example. Consider a fitness tracker. Yeah, so like a smartwatch, the user's problem is tracking their health metrics, their steps, their heart rates, their sleep patterns, without manually logging them. And the product solves this problem by automatically gathering data and presenting it in an easy to read format. So speaking of solving the problem, a product must directly solve a user's problem or satisfy a need. And if a product doesn't address a real user challenge, it's unlikely to be successful. The more pressing the problem, the more valuable the product. Okay, so yeah, a product should have a target market. A product should offer value. A product should be differentiated in the market, right? A product should evolve over time and present in an easy to read format. So yes, we expect products to evolve over time and present in an easy to read format.
Okay, hi guys. I think Mr. Love has a bit of a network issue. He should be back shortly. Let's just keep. Okay, it's already back. Hi, Matt. Can you hear me?
The product solves this problem by automatically gathering data and presenting it in an easy to read format. So, speaking of solving the problem, a product must directly solve a user's problem or satisfy a need. And if a product doesn't address a real user challenge, it's unlikely to be successful. The more pressing the problem, the more valuable the product. Okay, so yeah, a product should have a target market. A product should offer value. A product should be differentiated in the market, right? A product should evolve over time. Of course, I mean it should evolve over time because customers and needs would always, change over time, right? Change is constant. So yes, we expect products to evolve to new demands from the customers. Okay, so we have some examples of or some types of products. We have physical products, which are tangible items that users can touch and feel. The physical products typically involve manufacturing, supply chain, and logistics, and of course physical distribution. So we have an example of a smartphone, which includes hardware, the physical device, and the software, which is the operating system and apps combined to provide value. Yeah, so we have digital products, we have service-based products, which are non-tangible products that involve delivering a specific outcome to customers. We have the hybrid products, which combine physical and digital components to deliver value. And yeah, speaking of some of the examples here, let's look at a service-based product. For example, Uber. Uber is a service-based product. Yeah, because although it relies on the digital app to function, the real value comes from the service of getting a ride to a destination, right? Speaking of the digital products, a social media platform like Instagram is a complete digital product that allows users to share photos, communicate, and follow influencers, right? Looking at a physical product, I already gave an example of the smartphone. We have tons of examples out there. You're currently using a physical product, at least even right now. Right now, you're definitely using a laptop or a mobile device. So that is a physical product that you're using to engage with this session. All right. So, what would define a successful product? A successful product is not only one that solves a problem or meets a need, but is also one that meets customers' expectations, achieves business goals, create long-term user loyalty, and grows through iteration. Right. So yeah, a successful product should align with what customers expect in terms of the quality, the usability, and the features, and it should be able to achieve business goals. Of course, it should contribute to the organization's business objectives, whether that is a gathering revenue, increasing market shares, or even boosting the customer retention. A successful product should foster user trust and satisfaction. That should encourage them to continue using it over time. And of course, successful products should grow through iteration, which is products that regularly improve and adapt to user needs, feedback, and technologies to perform better in the long run. All right. So yeah, so we have different products in different contexts. So we have the B2C products that are typically focused on the individual user. We have the B2B, which is products that are built for other businesses to use. We have the SaaS products. We call them SaaS, software as a service. These products are software solutions delivered online, where users access the products via subscriptions. Um, yeah, so these are some of the type of products we have. Let's move on to the next topic. So yes, I will catch you there. Uh, Please remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. That's very important to us, so we can also get to reach new audience. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so remember before this session started, I mentioned that we are intentionally going to, cut out the other parts so that we can share that on Telegram and Discord because I want to see you all there, right? I want to see you on Telegram. I mean, I need to see you all on Telegram. Come on. We are learning together, so I expect to see you guys on Telegram and Discord, right? It doesn't take anything, right? Just click on the link if you have that link. If you don't have the link, then maybe you can share with us. Yeah, Amaka, if you can assist me, please share the link to join Telegram in the chat. I mean, for that of Discord is right there on the screen, topuniverse.org/Discord, right? Yeah, and if you're on the WhatsApp group or you're on Telegram already, you probably need the Discord link there. It can be shared with you. So I would nudge the moderators to please share the links to the various channels on the various channels, right? So share the link to join Telegram, Discord, and even the WhatsApp group. Share it on WhatsApp, share it on Discord, share them, right? Share them on WhatsApp, on Discord, or even on Telegram, so we can have everyone on this call join in. And I want to also see the attendance, flying around already in the chat. So please let's do that. We have other sections of this video that have been cut out. That will be shared with you, right? They will be shared with you. So we have yeah, I think we have the explanation on the types of product managers. Most of you don't want to miss out on that types of product managers, where we get to explain We talk about technical product managers and growth product managers. We explain about seven, yeah, I think about seven different types of product managers, and what they do, right? Their responsibilities, the requirement to be in such space. If you're a technical product manager, we call them TPMs, right? We give detail as to what or how to even become one. Yeah, so I'm going to answer some questions, right, before we end this session, and then you will get the rest on on our community platforms, right? Um, let me see the chat. Let me see the chats. Okay. All right. Okay. So I think it's more yeah, most of you just responding to, yeah, good evening, welcome, welcome. Oh, sorry, I didn't see this on time. Increase the volume. I hope most of you were able to listen in. I hope it wasn't so low, right? Yes. Okay. Okay, so someone is asking, how do you develop, yourself to become a better strategic thinker? I believe that is the question here, right? How do you develop strategic thinking? That is from God's Time Wabwe. I've actually seen your name on most of my sessions, so thanks for joining, and that's an interesting question. Okay, so I mean, this is usually something you would want to, put out there as a course, right? Just to teach strategic thinking, because I think a lot of people don't always look at the big picture, right? So, strategic thinking in itself is basically the ability to envision the big picture, right? Getting to understand the relationships between different elements, that work together to make up a whole system. And you basically learn to create, and I would say, yeah, create a clear plan to achieve something in the long term, right? You're trying to build up long term goals, and you're becoming you are becoming strategic, creating strategies or patterns on how to approach this long term goal, right? So we're talking about involving uh, analytics. Of course, you need to learn to analyze complex situations, right? You need to learn to anticipate future challenges. I'm trying to plan for this. I'm trying to plan for this in the long term. What can possibly go wrong, right? What can happen? What are some of the challenges that I would face, that would come to destroy, or I would say slow down this plan, right? And you need to also learn to make decisions that would balance the short term needs, right, with the long term objective. So you are making an objective to say, in the next 5 years, I want to set up a logistics platform that would dominate in this specific region, right? Now, what are the plans? What are the possible problems that you might face, right? And how do you create plans that would basically help you overcome some of those hurdles, right? So you're doing those things now. You are being strategic about a long-term plan, right? And then what are the short-term needs, at least to start, right? What are the short-term needs? You always have short-term needs every single day. You have short-term needs, but yet you make sure that those needs align with the long-term objective, right? So if you are a strategic thinker, then you would of course foresee how some of these various factors, like the market trends, the competition, the customer behaviors, would actually get to impact the direction and success of your objective, right? So as I mentioned earlier, it's something that we should even be considering as a whole class, right? A 1 or 2 hours masterclass, explaining strategic thinking. And yeah, I mean, it's coming from I would say depth of experience, right? I've been running uh, an agency since 2016. So yes, it's been a while, and I would say I'm actually bringing in most of the experience I've had building products, and working with clients into these conversations. So yes, if you would like us to have such session, you can let me know on our community channels. It can be on Telegram, it can be on Discord. I know I still have a lot of materials, as I mentioned, to share with us. So of course we can put that as part of the plan, right? So yes, Natasha is saying don't forget to fill your attendance form. That is important. Do managers manufacture products from scratch, or do they just modify existing products to create new variants? Well, it depends on the industry you find yourself. Just like we mentioned, product managers. So we're in the digital space, right? And it depends on what you're trying to build. Just like I mentioned, okay. If you are building, imagine you would have a product manager for the Apple Watch, okay. So if you're asking if they manufacture products from scratch, I mean, that's part of it, right? If you're manufacturing the Apple Watch, the iPhone, right? You're definitely going to, um, start from scratch. Okay. So I think it depends on the environment, it depends on the industry, it depends on the space, it depends on the company. If you're working in a company where you just reuse or build on existing platforms, yes, of course. If you are even writing code, we are going to be considering that writing from scratch. Of course, you're going to be, starting from a language, right? If you're building a software product, of course, you're starting from scratch. You're writing the code, packaging the software, delivering the software, of course, to the customer. At the end of the day, the customer is going to be using a product that can solve their problem, and not the code base that you have written. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Impression. Yeah. If you have more questions, bring them to the community. It's already 8:35. So we've spent about 35 minutes, right? Waiting for some of you, and also taking our class, our short class. You'll see the rest content on the community platform. So thanks for joining. This is a short one. I hope it was impactful. Let's have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys next week. Yep. Have a wonderful weekend. Okay. Enjoy your weekend.
The edge of the world, fight the mighty hope that bashes and breaks you and brings you the Oh, he wiped out your past, got kicked in his chest. He's a friend of humanity, so give him the rest. That's my epic tale. A champion prevailed, defeated the villain. Now for him to man.